Why are we so cruel to our Earth? Why do we treat it the way we do? Tearing it apart piece by piece every day. We need change now. We need to come together to stop this madness and save the Earth. Us humans are the rulers of the Earth. We rise above every other species because we are the smartest. Being the smartest causes greed, and that greed turns to money, which turns to gathering materials, which ultimately leads to harming the Earth. Us humans have caused so much damage to this Earth. It is disgraceful the amount of wildlife, plants, and other living organisms we have killed because of this greed of money. There needs to be change, and it needs to happen now. Talon and Waldo were two ordinary high school students. One day, they were walking home from school as usual. Talon was in a rush to get home to finish his assignment. Talon suggested they take a shortcut through the forest to get home. As they were walking through the forest, they happened to stumble upon a construction zone. They were both curious to see what was going on, so they decided to get a closer look. What they saw was terrifying to them. They saw hundreds of trees being chopped down, and their looks were devastating. This isn't right. We have to stop them. How would we do that? I don't know. The two boys raced home to try to put together a plan to stop them from destroying the forest. Humans are the cause of destruction on Earth. They harm the ecosystem in so many ways. Examples: overpopulation, pollution, burning fossil fuels, and deforestation. Changes like these have triggered climate change, soil erosion, poor air quality, and undrinkable water. I mean, just look at all those ways we harm the Earth. Humans are just 0.01% of all life, but have destroyed 83% of wild mammals. Humankind is revealed as simultaneously insignificant and utterly dominant in the grand scheme of life on Earth by a groundbreaking new assessment of all life on the planet. Think about that. We are only 0.01% of life on Earth and have wiped out almost the whole percentage of wild mammals. There are still many ways to help stop destruction of the Earth. Some of the ways we can alleviate the destruction are by finding better ways to get around recycling, buying food locally, replacing standard products with energy efficient versions, and by spreading the word. The two boys got home and started to panic. They wanted to save the trees. Waldo started scouring the internet. He came across a site that said, "The new way to get paper." It was more cost efficient, easier to acquire, and most of all would eliminate the need for chopping down trees. The two boys rushed back over to the construction zone. They both yelled, "Hey, please stop destroying the trees." "Get lost, kids," Talon exclaimed. "Please, We have we have a more efficient way for you to make money. Yeah, and how's that? Well, there's this new form of paper that has just been discovered. It's more cost efficient and easier to acquire. The construction crew started to listen. How does this work? Well, you take waste such as food or trash, put it in a blender with some baking soda, lay it down on a pan, let it dry, and voila, you have yourself a paper. The construction workers really liked the idea and decided to give it a try. A couple weeks later, the construction workers decided to contact the boys and said they would like to work with them to help spread the word about this new way to make paper. The boys loved the idea and got to work. A couple years later, everyone was using this new paper making method, and so stopped deforestation. There are many ways to help the earth, even just with a simple idea as shown. If we just work together to think of ways to help the earth, it can tremendously help. Humans came up with so many great ways to get materials from the earth, so there's nothing stopping us from coming up with great ways to restore it. Thank you.